Hello everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. The eagle-eyed amongst you might spot that my setup looks a little bit differently today. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I am in a new room and I don't know how it's going to work. As I say, I think eventually it will be fine, but we're going to give it a try today. Welcome to any new subscribers, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to all my lovely existing subscribers. I'm going to make a quick one signature junk journal that has been, I was going to say it's been inspired by Julie at Camellia Crafts Designs, but it's actually a complete copy of what she did. So I'm going to try that today and test out how we get on in this room. Now you can probably hear the traffic outside and you can probably hear the fan in the background, so I'm just going to do a short video today to see how this turns out, to see if it's workable. So all I've done is I've taken a normal file folder. This is just a basic, very cheap, easy to come by file folder, and I have cut it down. As you can see here, it started off like that, so I've cut the height down to 8 3/4 inches, and I've cut the width here to 6.5 inches. I will link Julie's original video in the description below so that you can go and see in more detail what she did. I know there's a bit of glare here. I've pulled the blind down. I'll tell you a bit more about where I am in a minute, but let's get this started. So yes, I've cut that down to 8 3/4 tall, and the front is 6.5 inches wide, and then on the back piece, I cut this piece to 6.5, then I just scored the back piece, so you can see the back piece is the width it was originally, and I've just scored that at 6.5 from here so that we can make a little pocket on the back cover here, and yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And what I'm going to be using to decorate it is all these papers that you saw in probably a couple of videos ago. I was showing you stuff I had printed out, and I said, oh, I want to do something with these. These are from Shabbydabbydoodah. Again, I will link these in the description below. So I'm going to do something with these on here and make something simple. I haven't made a video for probably a week crafting, and I'm feeling really lethargic and I've been procrastinating, so I thought, let's just do this. It's quite simple, and you know, get back into the swing of it. Now, as you will have gathered there from that little introduction, I am not in my usual spot in the kitchen. I'm working on a paste table, so I have to be very careful what I have on the table because obviously it's not very sturdy. It's taken me about half an hour to clip my camera holder in a position where you can see me, and obviously half my stuff is still downstairs and half of it's up here, so I'm probably going to be stopping this video several times while I look for things, and at the moment I'm rummaging for my corner rounder and I can't see it, so just bear with me a second. Right, I've got my corner rounder, it was actually right behind me. So I am in my middle daughter's bedroom. My second daughter has recently moved out, and I didn't want to claim her bedroom straight away, but then my eldest daughter has asked to borrow the mattress from this room. So the bed was sitting here with no mattress on it, and I thought, that's pointless, we've got a room sitting there, can't be used as a bedroom because there's no mattress on the bed, so I may as well move my things up there and get them out of the kitchen. So I've been gradually moving stuff over the last few days. So I'm now at the front of the house upstairs, but it's a south facing window, so as you can imagine the temperature here today is about 85 in the shade. Sorry, I don't know what that is in Celsius. So it's very warm, and obviously I'm sitting right in front of a south facing window, so this room does get really, really warm. But I thought, oh, you know, working up there is going to be brilliant because I can, you know, I'm right in front of the window, I've got the light, I'm upstairs away from the dog, so if the dog barks, hopefully it won't be so distracting. I'm just looking for a piece of card to make a pocket here. That's not quite wide enough. These are the bits I trimmed off, so I've saved them to use. So I thought it would work out a lot better being up here because I've got the light, as I say, I'm away from the dog. But with the current heat wave, it is it's a bit of a problem. The sun is shining really brightly and you couldn't see a thing when I first put my camera on. So I'm sorry, I'm just fiddling here trying to work out how big I want this to be. So yes, I've decided that it might not be ideal right now, but I think overall it's going to be better up here, because obviously it's very rare for us to get hot weather in this country. Well, you know, this hot. So I think when things get more back to normal, this is going to be a better situation. I'm just going to chop this with my chopper, but I can't put it on this table because it's too unstable. Just bear with me. Sorry about that. I've got my chopper on the floor behind me, because as I say, this is just a paste table while I try and work out. Oh, how have I done that? So, oh, I was looking at the wrong line. Bear with me. I'm going to pause this. Hello. Right. Yes, I think it's going to be a bit like this for a while A, I get everything up here, B, I need to put stuff away, you know, where it's easily accessible, and C, until I get a table that I can actually lean on, because I have to be very mindful of this table. So yeah, as I was saying, at the moment I have got to have the window open because it's so warm up here, so it's a bit noisy from the road because this room faces the front of the house and the road's outside. And I've got the fan on because it's so hot in here, so it's probably a bit noisy. So I was thinking, oh, I'll be away from the washing machine, you know, be away from the dog, all that sort of stuff. But now I know that that's 6.5, don't I? Because I cut it to 6.5. I'm just going to cut another pocket to go on the inside here. So I'm going to cut that I want to have, what do I want? I want extra on here that I can fold under, you know, flaps, so that gussets, that's the word I'm trying to think of. I want gussets on this pocket to be able to fold in, so that it's a full-size pocket. So I will want to cut this. This is 6.5 inches wide here, and if I want it to be 6.25 inches wide, so it's got a little bit of an edge each side, but then I will want to score it at 1/2 inch in on each side. So I need to cut this at 7.25 inch, 7.25 inches wide. So I'll just do that. So I'm just using all the bits I cut off originally, cut off of the file folder. I've just saved those and I'm using those to make the pockets and things. So now I need to score 1/2 inch on each side of this one. So I'll grab my scoreboard. I'm going to do this very gently. So the video that I watched to make this, as I say, it was from Julie at Camellia Crafts Designs. Water and a half. The title of that, I will link it below, but it was something like making a simple folio in under an hour or something. Well, A, I'm not going to make all of it on here today, and B, I don't think I'm going to get it done in under an hour either. But as I say, I needed to get back to crafting after, it feels like I've had a really long break. What am I doing here? I'm making doobies, aren't I? That's the technical term, doobies. Yes, I really felt like I wanted to do something, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I've been procrastinating, as I say. It's so hot, so just haven't felt like doing anything. So I've just bitten the bullet, and I kept thinking, oh, I need to get that room sorted, you know, before I do anything. I need to sort the room out. But I thought, I'm going to be forever sorting this room out. It's never going to get done. You know, I'll still be here at Christmas, so I need to get the room sorted out before I can make a video. I need to round that corner to match the front, and is that going to make a hole in my pocket? Well, let's just go for it and see what happens. So I hope everybody is well and happy and coping with the warm weather. I'm not going to complain about the weather. We don't get enough warm weather in this country. Usually, as soon as the school holidays start, the weather turns and that's it. It just rains for 6 weeks. So I'm not going to complain about the weather, even though I'm not very good in the heat. I'm not complaining. So now I need to cover these bits and pieces with some of this nice paper. So where's my pocket that I've made for there? I'm getting that muddled up with my spare bits now. So will that be enough to do the whole thing? I think it will, with a little bit of jiggery pokery. It might be. Might just not be long enough. But I'm sure we can find. Ha-ha. That would be wide enough. So with that, could use some of these ephemeral pieces to cover things. So this set, I think it's called Paris in Bloom, if I remember rightly. It's definitely from Shabbydabbydoodah, and it's something that I've had printed out for ages, and I just thought I want to start using up all these bits and pieces that I've got printed out. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to, I'm pulling out things that are not double-sided and the ephemera bits, because they're the bits I can use for covering things, and then the bits that you know, the double-sided pages, which I don't have many of, can be used for actual pages in my signature. So it's just going to be one signature. So I haven't got my watch on, and I need to watch the time because I have to go and pick my daughter up from work. And I can feel that now that I've started this, because I have been absent from so long and everything's taking me so long to do, I'm going to get carried away and forget. Not forget, but just misjudge the time. So what shall I do here? Shall I pop something small on there, and then I can use that for the background, and then that means I can save that nice little bit at the bottom with the roses on for something else. So that's going to go up there like that. If that's going to go on there, that piece can be chopped anywhere below there, and it will need to be chopped there, so that will be that piece. And everything's blowing because, as I say, I've got the fan on in here, and I might pop that piece on there because it's almost the right size. Or would that be, actually that might be better because that doesn't have a border on, that has a little border around it and that one doesn't, so that one might be better. Just quickly check if there's anything else that would be better. Oh, that's quite nice as well. Should we have the bluey one or the pinky or the creamy? So I hope what I've done so far has not confused you too much with my fiddling about. So actually I'll just chop that with the chopper while I'm chopping everything else. So I'll just cut these down. Right, obviously as you can see I cut two completely different pieces of paper in the end because I kept doing it wrong. The heat really has got to me, and about 3 times I cut those pieces of paper, and every time it was completely the wrong size. So we've got some now. So what I need to do is I need to round that top right corner of that one. So this video feels like it's taking me hours and hours to record, and I bet when I actually upload all these bits and pieces it's probably going to be about 15 minutes of actual footage, and the rest of it's me pausing and going off and doing things and looking for things. And right, let's stick these down then before we get them muddled up with anything else. So now before I stick them down I need to ink, and I also need to give myself thumb notches. So do I want, managed to find both my circle punches. I think I want the bigger thumb notches. So this one is going to be a pocket here, and this one is going to be a pocket on top of the pocket here, like that. So we want a thumb notch there and a thumb notch up here. So let's do this one first. So how do you all get on in the heat? Are you all sun worshippers, or do you go to pieces like me when it's hot and can't think straight? I don't know how I would cope if I lived in a hot country. I'm so glad I don't have to actually go out to work. As you know, I work from home, and I don't know how I'd get on if I had to actually get up and function in the real world in this heat. I don't think I would do very well at all. So if I can't even cut a couple of pieces of paper properly when I'm hot, I'd be lethal if I was still working in you know, handling money or anything like that. So they're going to go, oh look, I'll have to slide that down a bit. I've cut, the notch I've cut is too, I deliberately cut that longer than I thought I wanted it, so that there would be enough underneath the pocket. See what I mean? And that's like my third take, and I've still now cut the notch so big that that piece of paper's not long enough. Such a numpty sometimes. So I'm going to need to cut yet another one of these pieces of paper. This is definitely turning into a, once again, a how not to do things with Karen. But if I can end up with something half decent, then there's hope for anybody. Right, let's see what else we've got that is wide enough. That would just be wide enough, but it's not long enough. Right, let's go with one of these. Right, just going to chop that down again. Right, I haven't even attempted to take anything off of the length of that, so I'll be safe this time. So let's round the corner at the top. Now I've got to try and get this notch punched in the right place again. So I did say on a previous video that you know, I like to show my errors because it's real. And it's just as well, isn't it? Because I make plenty of them. But as I say, at least you can see that there's hope for anybody. If I can make something half decent, anybody can. Right, that's better. So we've got that there now. So I've come off camera now, haven't I? We've got those pieces there, so they're going to need inking and sticking down. And then, just to frazzle my brain even further, we need a piece for this pocket that's going to go on the inside here. Now, do I want papers here and here, or shall we just go with, I think I want something there because this, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but this has got marks on there, so I will probably want a piece of paper on here. That isn't tall enough, so it's going to have to be an actual sheet of paper. So that would be quite nice. Now I know I don't need to put it all the way in, but you know, let's face it, the way things have gone today, there's no point me trying to get the right size. So we'll just chop that about there. And then do we want, will there be enough left? Might be able to put the other piece on the other side. But I'm wasting that nice little piece there. It's silly, isn't it? The digital papers, I can print out as many of these as I like. So, right, let's chop that one. Right, I've chopped those, and that piece isn't wide enough, so we'll save that for something else. That piece, oops, is going to go in there. So that should just about be okay. So then, if I have this on here, we could put a piece of that on there. It's not quite wide enough, is it? What would look nice there? Sorry if the table's moving, but I can't do much about that because it is a wobbly table. I'm just trying to make sure I cut this to the right size. It's going to be about there and there, and then I can probably use that piece in the background there. Right, we've done those, so this needs this bottom corner rounded. that, and then that. Let's just do both those corners. Like that. So I'm going to ink everything now, and then I'll come back to stick them all down. Okay, everything is inked now, so I'm going to attempt to stick everything down without any more errors. So, and then I think when I've done that, I'll leave that here for today. I think this might be a lot shorter than it feels, as I say, once I oh dear, my ink is very, very runny. This feels like it's taken absolutely forever, and probably once I actually get everything, you know, joined together, there's probably very little footage at all, but I feel like I have done enough today. As I say, I'm making mistakes left, right and centre. I'm just sticking this down with Kalau in case you're wondering, and it's obviously if you get any splashing anywhere, which is almost impossible to avoid in this hot weather, it does just ball up and rub off if you just rub it gently with your fingers. So, and I've got a massive, massive lump there, right on top of my lovely papers, which I do not want to have to try and cut out once again. So let's see if we can get that off. I've got a great big blob on my mat because I haven't put anything down. Naughty Karen. Now, if I can't save any of these, I will just stick something over it when I decorate them, because it's all getting a bit much today. So this feels like it's got a hole in it. Might just be oozing because it is so hot here. So I hope this video has been, you have got some value or inspiration or something from it today, because it does feel like I made a bit of a pig's ear of everything so far. Let's say I'm sure we can make it look all right by the time we're finished. Gone completely off camera there, haven't I? So now which piece was which for here? This piece is going in here, isn't it? Yep. So let's just round that corner so that we don't see it on the other side. Oops. Trying to make sure that that's roughly centred. I really can't get used to this setup. I'm going all over the place, aren't I? Hopefully next time I come back I'll be a bit better organised and a bit more comfortable in this new environment. Just trying to get rid of that big blob of glue there. The thing is, because I don't, you know, this is the first time I've worked up here, I've got nothing to hand. You know, normally I could grab a book page or something. There we go, glue mat. Perfect. Right, let's stick this piece down. I feel like I rushed to get this video done because you know, as I say, I was procrastinating, and I thought, oh, just get on with it, Karen. Whatever you don't have to hand, you'll have to go and get, and at least it's getting things up here and getting you back into the swing of it. But I don't know how well that's worked out for me, but still, at least we've done it. That piece there, and then I want to put this piece on here. And that would be just about right. When the last time I paused the camera, I went and got a clock to put in here so that I can see the time. And once I've done this, it'll be just about time for me to get ready to go and pick my daughter up from work. So that's my youngest daughter, who's the last one still at home. So I feel like I might have to go back, you know, into the corners here and there with some art glitter glue once this is all stuck together, because I'm being wary not to go too close to the edges because the glue's so runny. I don't want it oozing out everywhere, but I might not, you know, be going close enough to the edges for everything to be stuck down properly. So I think my, is this going to come out? Oh yes, it is, good. Right, so let's see if we can get this stuck down without any incidents. Oh, it's oozing out already. No wipes or kitchen towel or anything up here, so but at least I'm realising what I haven't got. So anything that looks ugly when I've finished will have to have a little bit of lace or something on it to cover up any gluey bits. So put glue on the flaps and stick that pocket down. And it's probably a good idea that I'm leaving this actually, because it will give it a chance to dry. Oh, now that looks a bit odd because that's not centered with that piece of paper, so that's definitely going to have something down there to make it look a bit prettier. Have I gone over the edge there? I'm still right there, so that's okay. So that's going to have to be left for a while to dry. And then this one, and glue around the three sides for this pocket. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I do feel like this is probably not a good representation of my normal work. I'm not perfect by any means. I have a lot to learn. I don't think I'm the best crafter out there by any means, but I don't think I usually make quite as much of a mess of things as I am today. But I'll let you be the judge of that. So now we want a little bit of glue here, top and bottom. Probably you can't, can you just see the top of this pocket? Not sure where I am with this setup yet. We'll stick that down. And as I say, I'm going to leave that to dry. Got a pocket there, pocket there, pocket there. That's there. So this is going to be our cover. I'm going to sew a signature in there. I'm going to put something there because that just looks odd. But at least I've done it. So I'm going to leave that there for today because I do feel like that was really hard work and I really do apologise. And I hope that you will all join me again next time for another crafty session. I need something heavy to put on there. Heavy-ish. Pop my magnets on there. And I'll be back again with you hopefully in a couple of days to work on this a little bit more. We'll do the cover, we'll sew the signature in, and maybe do a bit of decorating, just see how long the video is. So thanks for joining me today. If you've stuck with me right till the end, I appreciate it. And I apologise. Thanks again, take care, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye bye.